Hello and welcome to healthyhouseplants.com, where we teach you all about gardening in the great indoors. If you'd like to support our show, please use our Amazon affiliate link below. Today we are going to do a terrarium series. So I'm going to walk you through the various steps through various videos of creating terrariums. And we're going to even create a couple terrariums today, so to give you some ideas of what can be done. So the very first step in all of this is choosing a container. So the ideal terrarium container is big enough to give you room to create a scene. It's also nice that the terrarium has a large enough opening so that you can easily put in accessories and plants. So that being said, this bottle, totally cool. Someone gave this to me, actually a wine bottle, and said, I bet you could do a terrarium in here. And I thought, yeah, I bet I can, but I have no idea how I'm going to do that. So I will attempt that coming up here, but not on video, because I don't know that you want to see me really frustrated, because the problem is, first of all, I'd have to get the cork out, and then secondly, you have to get all that you need down here through this very small opening. There are ways to do that with long tweezers and things like that, and long sticks that you poke in, and you have to, but basically you're working from this little top. You can't get your hands down in there. So it's a very cool thing if you can do it. I am going to attempt to do it. Then at that point, if it works, I'll show you. Today, however, I am going to be doing some other terrariums that are a little bit easier, and I would suggest, if you're starting out with terrariums, to start out with something that's easier with a bigger top opening, so that you can get in there and really work on the plants and planting and putting in accessories and things like that. This right here is a typical terrarium. This is an actual terrarium. The top comes off very nicely. You can get in there and work. Then you put the top back on, so that you keep the humidity in there, because what you're doing with the terrarium is you're creating a little scene in a humid environment. So that works really well with plants that like that humidity. You can see here too, there's little holes here. Those little holes will let some air in and some of the humidity escape. If you're in a very dry climate, you can even close those holes up so that it gets even more humid in there, or if it's a really cold, dry time of year, that works as well. I'm going to be planting in this one today first. Other options you can do is a cup like this. You can do a very small scene in there, and you would want to put a covering of some sort on top of it. One thing you could put on top of it is plastic wrap and put some holes in there, or you can create something a little prettier with a little bit of screening in it. And then the top, you could also do, I have even made these before and put coaster on top and let a little bit of air come in on one side, and then that's a kind of a cool thing to do as well. So different things you can do with just a little guy here. Obviously you would have probably one plant in there and one accessory, so you're don't have a ton of room to work, but it is something that's fun to do with the little one, and it's a quick and easy terrarium. This is a bigger opening here, as you see. It tilts to the side here. This one is best used for a dry aquarium, is what I like to call them, dry air aquariums. So that would be for succulents. You can make succulent terrariums, but they are xeriscape situations. And in that case, you want all this open so that the air can get to it, because you don't want humid conditions. But this is another option as well. And you could always put plastic wrap on that if you wanted to. That could make it a real terrarium, or something heavier like a piece of plexiglass that you put on top as well. Okay, this is another option. This is a really pretty vase here, as you can see. And I today am going to attempt to plant a Christmas holiday or holiday-oriented, whatever your holidays are, scene in this one, terrarium in this one, and then I can put plastic wrap and put plastic wrap on the top, and then I can control the airflow that way. It's a small enough opening on top too that I could even leave it open to the air and may have enough humidity down there, or for periods of time leaving it open. And I think this is going to create a really cool scene because of the glass, the concave glass. It's a very attractive option there. So there's lots of different things you can use, as mentioned, for terrariums. Besides what I have here, you can use fish tanks. So the small fish tanks, and put a piece of plexiglass on top with some air holes in there. That works really well. That gives you a chance to really put in a lot of plants and a lot of cool scenery going on in there. Fish bowls, so the regular standard fish bowls that come up like this. Another option, I actually have that as well. Also you can use just about anything. Bowls, so if it's a deep enough bowl, you can use that. So use your imagination, look around your house, look for pieces of dishes and vases, things that you aren't using right now. They can be used for a terrarium. So this is step one, choosing your terrarium. Once you've chosen your terrarium, then we are going to select plants. I'm going to show you a selection of plants in the next video. Thank you for stopping by today. Please leave any comments about any indoor gardening tutorials you'd like to see. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And please check the bell if you'd like to be notified when new videos are released.